So let's talk a little bit about the new real estate game. If you sell real estate, you're absolutely going to love this. That's going to be our topic today. Welcome to today's morning meeting. I'm Greg Luther, the one guy that meets with you every single day to help you in growing your business. I'm wondering if you could get better as an agent if you started playing a little video game, at least mentally in your head, you started playing a little video game. Let me tell you what I mean by this. Many times when I struggled with procrastination, distraction, that type of thing, the things that real estate agents always struggle with, I had to gamify what I was doing. I would get 10 points if I did something that was very profitable, like a power hour or something I'm doing for my business. I would only get 1 point if I would check my email. So throughout the day, I would look at all of the things I'm doing and how profitable it is for me based on how many points I can collect. And when I realized that I'm getting 1 point or 2 points for a lot of that busy work, or trying to give you the illusion of movement, you feel like you're doing something. Like, let me tell you, cleaning out your email box does not make you money. But a lot of agents not only do that all day, but then they'll hit refresh to see if any new emails have came in. 1 point for you. But what I want to talk to you about today is something we learned a long time ago, back when video games were actually fun. There was a time when video games were fun. I haven't played in 480 years, but I'm sure you remember Donkey Kong, Frogger, Space Invaders, and Pac-Man. That's pretty much all we had, right? And that's when it was fun, not before it was like 3D and the best ever, and they got their own chairs and whatever these gamers do these days. But I want to talk to you a little bit about Pac-Man, because if you're a real estate agent, you play Pac-Man every damn day of your life. All we're doing is running from ghosts. We're running from all of these things that are trying to gobble us up. The IRS, the student loans, the credit card bills, the medical bills, the advertising costs, the office fees, all of the things we're running from all the time. All we're doing is running. And it seems like I gotta make a right-hand turn. Oh, if I turn really fast. And what I want you to think about is when you played Pac-Man 486 years ago, when you played Pac-Man, I want you to think of that anxiety when you're trying to make that turn and he's getting closer, and how much anxiety you felt until you got your power pellet. When you got your power pellet, it was freaking game on. You can't go fast. You're pushing it harder, trying to get it to go faster because you're gobbling up all your bills. You're gobbling up all the points. You're getting rid of all the ghosts and goblins. The key to real estate is to have more power pellets, more examples of, if I eat this, if I utilize this, I get the power I need to get rid of all my debts, to start gathering these points. In our real world, that's dollars. It's a net worth. It's a retirement account. It's getting that retirement account. When you look up in that top right corner and you see your points, it's going up consistently because you're gathering more income. If you can get power pellets everywhere along your line, everywhere you're going on your path, you're going to find that you feel a lot more in control. So you don't have that anxiety of, I'm about to die, they're about to get me. You're going towards them. And the cool part about Pac-Man, again, this was back in the day, what they call that 64-bit or whatever that was back then. That was literally the last time I ever played a video game. But the cool part about that was anytime you got a power pellet, you were faster than the ghosts. 100% of the time, you were faster than them. You caught them every single time. They could not get away from you as long as you make the right turns. They could not get away from you because you had more power. Now, it was the other way around when you're running away. So what I've started doing here is, and many of you know, we have our Inner Circle coaching call today, as well as our ad clinic call. So if you're an Inner Circle member, we have our big coaching call today. I'm already preparing for our next coaching call. It's going to be here in a couple of weeks, where I'm going to talk a lot about power pellets. What power pellets should you be using in your real estate business? What campaigns are working the best? Which sales letters, which script, which little picture ads that you can post online for next to nothing to get leads at $2 each? Which power pellets are going to give you the most strength, give you the most speed, and ultimately allow you to rack up the most points, get the most amount of money? So I want you to start to kind of gamify what it is that you do every day. And I want you to start thinking about, like, what we learned back in the day. There's a lot of times we learned lessons and didn't realize it applied in real life. Pac-Man applies to real estate agents. We spend our entire life, like occasionally you get a power pellet and it's just enough to catch a couple of ghosts that gets you back to zero because you were already negative. It gets you back to zero. And then we're running and struggling again. And we got to get another closing. We got to get another power pellet. And then we're back to zero. We're just chasing zero all the time. If you get enough power pellets set up within your real estate business, if you're working the right niches, if you have the right offers, if you have the right scripts, if you can actually get people to speak with you, worst thing you can do is try and get them on the phone. They don't want to talk to you on the phone. But if you can get them converted where they will meet you face to face, you are going to find that these consistent power pellets you have strength and you have confidence when you're working the joystick. You have confidence. Think of how confident you were. You were indestructible when you got a power pellet. You couldn't move. You were pushing it way too hard. You're going to break the damn game because you know you're going to eat this thing as soon as you get to it. You're going to rack up those points. You're indestructible. Everything in your path, you're able to get it. Well, what if we could start getting more power pellets instead of saying power pellets are expensive? No, what's expensive is running all the time, letting that score go down, having literally in real estate, we have a negative score. And we're always chasing zero. Oh, at least I got $9,000. What should I pay off first to survive for a little bit longer? You're not going to win this game. We're trying to get to the next level. We got to win this level so we can get to the next level. It's only going to happen if you can pepper a lot more power pellets throughout your journey. When you look at your monthly calendar, when you look at your marketing agenda, and you start saying, okay, here's what I'm doing each day to pick up these power pellets. They give me $12,000, $12,000, $15,000, $10,000, $20,000 deal, $10,000. When you're picking those up, you're truly indestructible. You have the confidence you need. You don't feel like you're running away. You don't have that anxiety feeling that you had when the ghost was getting close to you. You literally felt anxiety. You know, you were getting ready to die. You were getting ready to lose a man, right? So everything about your business model should be focused on income, not expenses. It should not be focused on running from the ghosts and goblins. It should be on putting more power pellets out there. So all you got to do is pick them up and go gobble up all the money. You're playing Pac-Man every single day of your life. The problem is you've been on the defense. You've been running away from everybody. So I want to get that changed up for you. And what we're going to do, we've got an awesome call today, as well as our ad clinic. I told you a little bit about that ad that's working really, really well. I'm going to share that with everyone today. But our next coaching call here in just a couple of weeks. And by the way, if you're seeing this at a later time, you can see whenever this was published on YouTube. If you're seeing this at a later time, this call, the Power Pellets call, will be on the member site. You can still just join up with Inner Circle Coaching and see it on the member site. But I really think this is one of the key factors that makes top producers so successful. They know how to put offers out there. They've got the best bait that catches the best fish. So if we get all of these together, and I'm going to give you a big, long list of them. We'll go through them. I'll answer questions on how you utilize those power pellets within your own real estate business. I think you're going to find them very helpful. We may break down a couple of them here on the morning meetings as well, just to give you a little more elaborate on one or two of those power pellets that work really well. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe here right now and ring the bell. Set up a YouTube account. It's freaking free. Like, let's get you learning what you need to do to sell real estate. But I think you'll find these upcoming coaching calls, I'm spending a lot of time preparing for them. I think you're going to find them to be very, very helpful for your business. If for some reason you're not an Inner Circle member with us, if you check out the video description box, open up this little video description box down here, you'll see a couple of links to videos that will help you in generating business right now. You'll see your own little power pellets that can get you more confident in chasing those bills, getting rid of those things, gobbling them up, $12,000, $15,000 at a time. Let's get a bunch of those things lined up. That's what we do. That's how we're creating results for agents. And I'm so honored to have you on board as a member with Greg Luther Inner Circle. We got some big calls today. You might be able to tell I've been losing my voice. I'm meeting with over 20 agents per day in one-on-one Zooms. So I'm starting to lose my voice here. I met with 21 yesterday, 20 the day before, just back to back to back to back to back. So I haven't stopped talking. I'm hoping my voice lasts for our 2 coaching calls today. So anyway, let's get you some power pellets. That's going to be the topic of our next Inner Circle coaching call. Check out the video description below here. By the way, this analogy, I've utilized this analogy with several of our top producers, and they really think about this as they're building their business model. It makes sense to kind of take yourself out of the day-to-day grind and all the drama and everything else and just kind of gamify what you're doing. So you're rigging the game so that you can win. And that's what you're doing as a business owner, right? It's how do I generate the profit I need, make sure my clients are incredibly happy, getting everything that they need, but I'm able to win at this game called real estate. So a lot of these agents have really liked this analogy. Do me a favor, share this video with other agents. I think it's really going to get your friends thinking. It's really going to get in their mindset and say, oh my gosh, I never really looked at it that way, but that's exactly what I need to do. So click the share button down here and share it with any real estate agents or your office or your brokerage. I think you'll find it to be very helpful. I'm here to help you get you making a lot more money. And I think you're going to find that getting you some power pellets is exactly what you need. I'll see you on the coaching calls later today, and I'll see you on tomorrow's morning meeting as long as you're following the page here. We'll talk to you soon, and bye-bye for now.